Welcome to Blue Friday Bets, the only Seahawks only gambling show in the multiverse, part of the Seahawkers podcast network of shows. I'm your host, Clinton Bonner. I am joined by my co-host, Mr. Adam Emmerich. Adam, kind of an older show, brand new name, Blue Friday Bets. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing good, man. Can't wait to kick off a new season, and we're going to give this a little bit of a different treatment this year. We'll see. We're playing with it a little bit, but either way, we felt like it was important for, at the very least, me and Clinton to hop on, because Clinton, there's been some changes. I almost died of a broken heart when I heard this news, but man, Wilson, he's no longer with us. I mean, he's just not on the show.
Not on the show. The boy Prince, he has retired for now. The seat is always, hey man, you've retired as champ. It is always welcome to you there, Wilson, to come back. But the boy, who's a man now, graduated from Princeton. He's in law school out in California, and for this season at least, hey man, he said, he called us up and said, hey, I just can't do it this year. Too busy with law school. So what can we say besides go get him, dude? Just keep kicking butt. And Adam, he retired as champion. We've done this. This is year 4. Year 1 for Blue Friday Bets, but for PNW Prop Stars, the old show, he won 2 out of 3 times and retires a champion. Any send-off words for the young man?
It was a ton of fun, and really enjoyed having Wilson on. And as he goes and learns his new trade in terms of lawyering and to get rich and all that good stuff, just not enough time to do the show, which honestly, he's going to get a lot richer doing the lawyer stuff than he is making Seahawks bets with us on here. So nothing but best wishes for him. I can't wait to be the next 10-year running champion. Year in, year out.
Stop it now. All right. Before we get there, Wilson, good luck, bud. You're always welcome back. Go Hawks. We'll see you in the Discord and hopefully at a game this year too. All right, let's get to this. So the new show is called Blue Friday Bets. We're going to go through, for folks that don't know, we're going to go through 6 of our favorite parlays, our props, and it's only focused on the Seahawks game. If you're brand new to it, it's got some fun game dynamics, so follow along as we get there. Stick around to the end because we are keeping, there's no way we could get rid of the Fail Mary. That's a $1 bet at the very end, so stick around for that. And we're also going to try and, I'd say, increase the pace a little bit, Adam, this year too, to get these out into the market. And I said one last thing too. Our plan, as long as we could do it, is that this show will always air on Fridays. Sometimes it'll be live. Sometimes it'll be posted Friday morning. So some new news there as well. Try to get a little bit more programmatic with that. So Blue Friday Bets coming out on Blue Fridays. Adam, that was your idea, and kudos, bud.
Oh yeah, what genius by me! Nobody else could have come up with that just gem. But maybe a little more explanatory for folks who have seen the title, didn't know exactly what we're doing. We're just betting on the Seahawks. We're gonna go through some of our bets here, and if you like them, then go ahead and like the video, and if you love them, then go ahead and subscribe. And then if you love them, make the bets and make money. So just go after it.
Yes, this is not gambling advice, but it is.
No,
but it is. No, it's not gambling advice. No, it is not. If you saw the last 3 years, no, it is not. But it is.
Oh, the first 2 years were good. Last year was brutal.
Yeah,
Ryan Grubb lost us all money.
It is Grubb's fault. It really is. But subscribe, youtube.com/Seahawkers podcast. And if this is the first time you've ever been to a Seahawkers podcast, look, we do a lot of different shows throughout the week, and we are in the season. So, all right, Adam, I think it is time we get to it, my man. Look, I can't say you have honors, but I can't say I have honors. You were better than me last year, so I guess de facto you have honors. Bet 1, game 1. Where are you taking us?
First bet, I'm going with just a straight point spread here on the game, Seahawks versus 49ers. If you look up on DraftKings right now, the Seahawks are getting 1.5 points, meaning that the Seahawks could lose by 1 point and you'd still win your bet.
Boo.
Right?
I don't want anything to do with that bet.
Yeah, and that was about even odds to do that. I said, you know what? I think this team is significantly better than the 49ers. They're at home. We heard Hawk Blogger say that this was the first time in 40 years or something like that they were an underdog by 2.5 points when the line started. I think the Seahawks are better than that, so I juiced the line, so it's Seahawks minus 3.5 points. So basically the Seahawks are going to have to win by 4 points or more. I think they can win by more than a field goal. And that gets me plus 181 odds. And that's where I'm going with here, because I think we're at least a touchdown better than this San Francisco 49ers team at this point in time.
Look, it's a little careful, spicy right out of the gate to flip it that many. It's a bit spicy. And for folks that are not used to gambling, plus 181, this would be let's say a $10 bet. That's what bet one is on our show. So if you bet 10, you're winning back $18.10. So you would get back $28.10, right? So 18.10 would be your profit there, and you get your original $10 back. I know some people just don't know gambling yet, so try to help you out as we get going. Not advocating gambling, but you should know the math for sure if you're going to follow along. All right, so Adam, kind of careful yet spicy, right? A little sober yin, raging yang there. It's a lot of points to give in what should be a pretty close game, but you and I just did the what if show at Mr. Phil, and we both thought the Seahawks could and should cover that. So I'm with you. All right, I'm going to take my first bet here. My first bet, teased it a little bit, is I really think Seattle's going to start pretty strong. And to quantify start strong, I mean possess the ball at least once during the first quarter, maybe twice. That depends on kickoff and defer, et cetera, et cetera. I'm hopeful Seattle puts a long drive together. Now, this is not about Seahawks points. This is about keeping Purdy off the board early with yards. I like getting these first quarter bets in. So the bet is Purdy under 52.5 passing yards in quarter one at minus 112. Purdy's supposed to throw for like 240, 250, something like that. So Vegas thinks he gets off to, a so-so start and then kind of escalates as the game goes. It's how NFL games typically go. I like that. Now, Adam, we'll be sitting in the stands together. I want the ball, and I want a 7+ minute drive to sap this away, dude. What do you think of down one for me and cheering against Purdy's yards?
Well, I like the idea of at 52.5 yards. I mean, he'd probably be around 7-8 completions to get to that on average. Unless he hit a bomb, right? But just if you're thinking about
6, maybe 6, something like that.
Okay, well, there you go. And one of the things I truly believe in is that defenses are usually ahead of offenses early on in the season.
Yes.
This is early on in the season, early on in the first game of the season. And I expect both offenses to, maybe be a little bit clunky straight out of the gate. And so I think this is a good bet just based on that, let alone the fact that I think the Seahawks defense is the best unit that will be on the field this week.
There we go. All right. So take it away on bet number 2. I don't think we should go back and forth and snake it because we only got 2 dudes. So you go to bet 2.
All right. So I've got Kenneth Walker to have over 70 rushing yards at plus 142. This is surely a bet that is placed in the fact that the San Francisco 49ers are playing some journeyman dudes up front to start and a bunch of rookies behind them in the defensive line, and especially a defensive tackle. And then also seeing what we saw preseason week 2. I know it was just preseason and you shouldn't buy into that sort of thing, but I think Kenneth Walker is going to have at least one big run and then a nice day on top of that. And that gets you all the way up to plus 142. So bet $10, you win $14.20 for a total of $24.20. And I'm betting on Ken Walker in this game because I didn't get to bet on Ken Walker much last year and it made me mad. So this is great.
And I guess if you had bet on Ken Walker in week 1 versus the Broncos last year, you would have cashed that in a similar type bet because he was amazing week 1 and now he's healthy. So I like it from that perspective. There's a part that is a little bit, you'll see a bet later of mine that talks to this, but Vegas is thinking that K9 gets about 14 or so carries. I think it was like 13.5 was his over under for carries. They have Charbonnet up to like 8.5. So they're looking like at a 60-40-ish kind of split there, or 65-35. And we've heard rumblings that it might be closer to 50-50. So if we're in a situation where K9 only gets 12 or 13 carries, he's going to need to probably break one to really goose that average so that you can get that 70 plus. With that, it could be like week 2 versus Kansas City where we run the ball like 49 times and K9 smashes this in the second quarter and you and I are buying a beer at Lumen because we'll be there together. So, all right.
That's right. I'm ready to take out a mortgage on the property to buy that beer.
Love it. That is not financial advice. All right, bet number 2 for me. I went back and I looked at some Darnold stats from last year, and I realized that yes, he had the perfect scenario: the Kevin O'Connell, the Jefferson, the Addison, the Hawkinson, all the sins, and he played in a nice dome all year long. But he did play stiff competition. I didn't even goose it. I just took Darnold over 215 plus passing yards. This was available on FanDuel. They had this new like parlay line that you can move it however you kind of want to. So at 215 to go over that, or just, tie it or go over it at him, that is about a 16% decrease from last year's average. He averaged about 254 last year. I know, different team, different scenario. I get all that. I do not think the 49ers DB room is great and the safety room is all that good. I think they could be exposed. And the part I like about the Kubiak offense is that it's friendly to the quarterbacks to get them easy yards. He could compile some easy stuff and then hopefully get that 1 or 2 shots downfield that are like the 25 plus yarder, 30 plus yarder. At 215, getting a little bit of money. I thought it was kind of safe, but I liked it. What do you think?
I like the even odds basically. And that's game manager type yardage, right? And I think that's exactly where they want Sam Darnold to live this season. I don't think that they brought in Sam Darnold to put the offense on his back as much as they did with Geno over the last 3 years. I don't think that that's the case here for Darnold. And if he's just right around 200 to 240 yards this game, and that means that we're probably running the ball pretty well, as long as the offense is effective, obviously. And I think this is right in line. I like it. I think this is a low ceiling, but also a very high floor bet.
I like it. Well, thank you for that. All right. Bet 3. Where are you taking us, bud?
All right. In homage to the young prince, I'm going with the Wilson 300 here. And you and I both, Clinton, are big AJ Barner believers.
Yes,
and
sure am.
I really think that he's going to be a guy that they want to focus on a ton in this offense. I think it's something that we've seen with Clint Kubiak in the past and his former stops as OC. And I think that there's a chance that they're going to be using him down in the red zone, the big body thing and all of that. And he's got strong hands. He just has savvy. So I took him as an anytime TD score at plus 390. So a big risky bet in terms of the way that Vegas is looking at it, but bet $10, win 39. So, a total of $49. I'm in. Like, give me some Barner.
He scored a decent amount as a rookie. Like, I think he overachieved in the red zone last year as a rookie. We were not a very good red zone team. He was one of the actually loyal / effective targets in the red zone. And I don't see why that should change. And while you've got Arroyo sitting there, but he's the third stringer, Salbert will be the second guy. I think this is year 2 AJ Barner's to have and to hold, to be that true tight end 1. Now, that's not Kelsey 90 of receptions. That's just not who he is or what we're trying to do with this offense. But I don't see why he can't be approaching 60, 65 receptions. And if you get to that kind of number and we're driving the ball well, look, I like this. And you'll see why in a bit, why I do like the AJ Barner. The plus 390, careful, that's spicy. Touchdowns are high variance, but hey, it's third down. We got to get it over the line there. So, and I love the homage to one Wilson Khan. So good job. All right, cool deal. My bet 3. Again, there was this new tool on FanDuel that you could tweak the lines however you like them, ever so slightly. Literally, like yard by yard, you could move it and it would give you new prop plays. So this is pretty cool. So while you're going with K9, I'm going with the other guy. I'm going with Charbonnet. Bet 3, 45 or more yards, and I get all the way up to plus 199. I like this quite a bit. His over-under was somewhere, Vegas has him somewhere like 30 or something like that, like 32, something like that. But Vegas also has him to carry the ball like 8 times. So the math, I'm sitting there going like, well, I kind of know what Charbonnet's average typically is. And again, it's week 1, so who knows what we'll see. It's a refactored offensive line. Talk about it throughout the offseason. But if you give this man 8 touches, well, I don't think it's a stretch to think with this defensive line that he could shatter this 45 or go significantly over. So I'm laying some lumber on Charbonnet on third down. You had the K9 side. Can both get it, I guess, is the question.
It's possible if we're really talking in that range of 8 carries or so, even if he ended up with 10 carries, he'd have to average 5 yards a carry.
Yep.
And that's a massive average. So we'd have to be really ripping it up on the ground for him to be able to reach this number. And I truly believe that if they are running the ball well and they're starting with K9, I mean, he's going to look like the hot hand. I don't see them wanting to take the ball out of his hands a ton to put it in Charbonnet's hands. We'll see. I don't know how they're looking to manage Kenneth Walker this year. Maybe they're trying to manage his touches, try to help with the health factor of things. But at plus 199, you're taking a swing and trying to, get that cheddar. And look, if there's going to be a thing about this offense that we bet on consistently throughout the year, I think it's going to be the run game. So,
yeah,
I mean, it's hard to get too mad about it, but it's going to have to be a big average for the amount of projected touches he's supposed to get.
I won't be mad if we both hit this one. That'd be a good day for our Seahawks, I think, if we do. All right, so that's bet 1, bet 2, bet 3. That leaves us with the Fail Mary, which is, of course, known as the Sunday Rubber, the Sunday Scratcher. Well, bet 1, 2, and 3 are $10 bets. The Fail Mary is only a $1 bet, but it has to be plus 1,200 or longer odds to even qualify. That's where it starts. And of course, we chuck it up with that $1. So, Adam, where are you chucking it to, bud, and how are you going to land this one?
Well, I think one of our offseason crushes, I think, as if I speak for the 12s as a whole, is Robbie Oates. Like, I'm so fired up about Robbie Oates and what he brings to the offense. And they're going to be playing with a fair amount of fullback. When they get down in goal line situations that they're going to be looking to get tough and be able to punch it in. And I mean, Robbie Oates is your guy there. Also, too, with his tight end background, he has nice hands. And so there could be a world in which there's a little quick play action fake. And you often see the fullback of the tight end be the one that leaks out on the bootlegs for those little easy tosses into the end zone. And I think that's something that we're going to be looking for. So to take a big risk on something, plus 1,600 for Robbie Oates, anytime touchdown score, I'm in.
Yeah, I like it. First, the crowd will go bananas, and that'll be fun. And the type of touchdown that he would likely score is what you were kind of saying, right? Which is that probably comes on the heels of a sustained, nice, long drive, and then they're at the 4-yard line, and Darnold's booting, and he's wide open. Just floats it over, and the crowd goes, oots, and we have 6 on the board, and you got plus 1,600 in your pocket. So that'd be a lot of fun. Similarly, for my Fail Mary there, Adam, I like what you said earlier about AJ. So it's not, I pick my stuff. I don't know what you're going to pick. We picked them blindly. So we kind of came to the same conclusion. I love the fact that you get Robbie Oates at plus 1,600 and it's anytime. My bet is AJ Barner for that first touchdown. And my conviction is here because I was on Bryce's new show the other day, and he did this kind of 2-minute drill section, and he just rapid fire. He said, first touchdown of the year. And I was like, AJ Barner. I was like, let's go, AJ all day. And so I can't go against it now, right? So I might as well throw the dollar at it. Plus 1,800. Again, same reason you liked him earlier to score an anytime touchdown at plus 390. Well, I just got to make it the first drive. And so I get like a 5X or a 4 plus X on your plus 390. How about this? We get this one. We both celebrate at Lumen together, and I buy you a beer.
That sounds great. I don't know that you can afford that at Lumen prices, but I do appreciate the offer. And look, I do love this for all the reasons I stated earlier. Also, too, if you're thinking about the types of targets you're looking for in the tight red zone when you're down there, 10 yards or less, looking for that big body guy. Is Cooper Kupp that guy? Not really. Is JSN that guy? Not really. I think this is going to be somebody that they're looking for early and often. And so for a first touchdown of the game, let's go.
Yeah, love that. All right, let's bring it back here. I want to bring this up on screen. Of course, remind folks that Helani and Oots, it's a real thing, folks. And we're going to be celebrating. Adam, I can't wait to be celebrating, watching the Oots hype video with you basically throughout the entire year. And one quick reminder for folks out there, if you want to go check out the long form preview show, We have the What If show that we did with Mr. Phil. Really cool. He had this tech war theme. Go check that out. You could find the thumb on youtube.com. Get fired up for the game. And we're going to have a brand new, another short form show where we're doing crossovers with other creators from the other teams, kind of to get their vantage point and hear from them, like who should we be watching out for? Who are players that maybe we don't know as Seahawks fans? In this case, the Niners will be trotting out there. So lots of stuff out there. The new flagships out there. The new What If is out there. The new name for the show, Blue Friday Bets, is out there. Adam, I think with that,
There's only one thing left to say.
go Hawks.
Go Hawks.